Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's get right to it. Want to recap the Lakers' first preseason game of 2016. Lakers beat the Sacramento Kings 103-84. Okay, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right off the bat, these games don't really mean anything. If you win, you want to just build on the positives. If you lose and do bad things, you want to fix and work on those things, right? Whether you win or lose doesn't mean anything, because you'll see in a lot of these games, these teams don't play their starters second half, and you don't really have a good indication on what you're going to get from your squad. They're playing all these different players, trying to make the team, this and that, right? Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is we won the game, and our second unit, a lot of guys played well. Tark Black played well, second unit. When we were down by 10 points, second unit was in, and Tark Black really came into the game, was consistent. I think he had all of his shots, 5 of 5. He really put the Lakers on his back in the second half of this game, and really stepped up big defensively and just with his energy, and got us back into the game and with the second unit. And we kind of like took it over from there. Anthony Brown came in way late, garbage time, but went 5 for 5. So shout out to Anthony Brown. I know I always get on him, but he shot the ball really well and looked really good late in this game. I'm talking about garbage time, but the fact that he came in and hit 5 big shots, shout out to him for a good game. Thomas Robinson also looked decent athletically at the very end of this game. I really like him to make the team. Mozgov played well in the first half. Now overall, our starters versus their starters, we looked very sloppy, but Mozgov was a good point, a good spot in the starters role, because he filled up some space. He's not out of this world athletic, but he filled the space and he ran the floor really well. He was very active overall, so I like what Mozgov gave us. Clarkson, always consistent. It was interesting, Luke Walton started Lou Williams over Clarkson, brought Clarkson off the bench, so Clarkson played in our second unit, which helped us recapture the lead in the game. But Clarkson, was consistent, and he's always consistent. Everyone was talking about his defense looked improved. I never really worried about Clarkson's defense anyway, though he had some issues on defense. He did a lot of, the fundamentals were off, but him being so athletic, I wasn't really concerned about Jordan Clarkson. He's so consistent overall from the time he started for the Lakers in his rookie year, the second half of that year. He's been consistent ever since. So it's just when he comes in and he gets the ball, something's good's gonna happen. So I love Clarkson for that. Lou Williams was Lou Williams. He scored 15 points, and 11 of those were free throws. So he was drawing fouls left and right, drawing fouls from midcourt, all this stuff. Now, so Deng was Deng. Deng had played Luol Deng played 16 minutes. But he was consistent, gave us 8 points, and he didn't do anything really bad and poorly and things like that. Overall, Nance was good. Nance missed a lot of free throws. We'll get to that. So I'm talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. So we talked about the good. Let's talk about the bad. The bad is Lakers starters played really poorly defensively. We looked very amateur, defensively. I know we were switching, guards were switching, defensively, which is brought over by Golden State. Golden State always switches on defense, and I like that part of it. But overall, guys were just missing assignments, leaving guys open for 3-pointers left and right, weren't boxing out. There was a play when Boogie Cousins was at the free throw line, nobody boxed him out, even at the free throw line. Just little stupid stuff like that. And I'll get to Julius Randle, but everyone's fouling, and when you don't play good defense, you just foul a lot, and we just look really sloppy. It was the first preseason game. We were taking a lot of shots, missing a lot of wide open shots. Obviously, the nerves were there. The shots were flat. You know, the first game of the preseason, everybody, you can tell at the beginning of the game and throughout the first half of the game that the Lakers were kind of thinking, right? Thinking on what we, you know, just thinking about what we were learning in terms of Luke Walton's system and trying to we were thinking our way through passing the ball instead of just playing, right? So obviously that's going to come as we get more familiar with where are we supposed to be and what we're supposed to do with the ball. But yeah, we were thinking a lot, and it was just really sloppy. Our starters against their starters, they really outplayed us, and that's the bad part of this. They didn't even start Boogie Cousins second half. They kind of just, they saw what they had to see, and that's what you get in preseason. They didn't even start Boogie Cousins and play him the whole second half. So we just pretty much saw their second unit from then on. But they really outplayed us in the first half, and we looked really sloppy. Now, the ugly. So we got the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The ugly from this game is D'Angelo Russell's play and Julius Randle's play. All right, I know somebody was like, I was talking about Julius Randle in this game, and somebody was like, chill, Mike, it's only, you know, first game. Listen, when I talk about somebody, it's not indicative of what we're going to see throughout the year. But if somebody is shooting 0 for 15, I'm going to say he's having a poor game, right? By the way, Brandon Ingram had a really poor game shooting wise, 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from 3-point range. He was very, you know, he was kind of, you know, we call it, you're gripping a lot. He was trying to shoot the 3 ball, but he had a good role defensively in the second half, which helped us come back. Him playing in with the second unit, his defensive, his length caused a lot of problems for Sacramento's second unit, and it really helped us get back into the game. So shout out to Brandon Ingram. Poor offensively, but great job defensively in the second half of that game. But going back to D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle, really disappointed in D'Angelo Russell. I expect him, being that this is his second year, this is really his team, he's the leader of the team in sense of having the ball in his hand, having a really good summer league. He played really poorly. He 4 points in 25 minutes, 5 turnovers. I mean, just making dumb, bogus play after dumb play. He had some couple of plays here and there, but for the most part, he was very sloppy with the ball, and it's getting to the point where people are telling me he's very consistent being sloppy with the ball, and it's kind of like we're waiting for him to kind of not be so sloppy with the ball. And obviously, he has a lot of times he has bad games like this. And it's the first game of the year, it's just preseason. He has bad games like this, and then he'll come around and have a better game. But he was very sloppy with the ball, so he really needs to work on that. And he didn't shoot the ball well. Really expected him to have a better game right off the bat. Julius Randle. Now this one is for probably another video. I'm really nervous on what I'm seeing out of Julius Randle. He looked like a rookie. Out of what, 19 minutes, 6 points. I mean, he had 7 rebounds, but turning over the ball, missing the ball, and he's fouling guys left and right, and he's just so weak on the defensive end. He was the ugly part of this game. I was really disappointed in what I saw in Julius Randle. I want to see more out of him. I'm going to study the game a little bit more and really talk about Julius Randle and what he's doing wrong, but he's just, I mean, it's just weird. He looked like a rookie. Like he's gripping too hard, and it's like he's just not, the flow isn't there for Julius Randle like you would see in Tard Black. Tard Black comes in and looks very calm and cool and collected, right? But not Julius Randle. He looks like he's just trying too hard and doing things, and he's trying to fit a square into a round hole, something like that. But it is just one of those things. But anyway, that's you know, the good, the bad, and ugly from this game. We won, so we have something good to feel good about. Come Friday, I believe we play Denver on Friday, and hopefully the ugly part of this game, we can improve on that, and the good part of this game, we continue to build on it. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on what you got out of this game. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. We'll talk soon. Peace.